Okay, activity 5, database development. Develop and test your database using the information in the documents. Okay, here we go. Um, this always strikes me as a bit of an odd one, but okay, right. Let's do it. Let's talk about it, because technically, activity 4 is the test plan, and where's the other document gone? And it's not my documents. Bear with me. And yeah, basically I did a test plan and then testing, and perhaps they just need to be molded together. But anyway, activity 5, the database. So let's have a look at the old mark schema Rooney. So again, we're looking in the higher mark bands, and let's just look at what it says in the task here. So it wants you to develop it and record your development with annotated screenshots in a single document showing all the things you've made. Happy days. Okay, so the database is logical, structure, and fully enforces data integrity and referential integrity throughout with relationships, blah. Yes, easy. You know what? That should be reasonably straightforward to get that. You know, if you've got your tables made, they've all got nice names in places, everything's atomic, you've hit third normal form, yeah, and you've evidenced it, obviously you've got to evidence it. Yeah, bingo, you're there. So let's just have a quick look at one I made earlier in true Blue Peter fashion. I can go. Okay, so here we go. There's my database evidence. Okay, yes, I know Mr. Brown's a naughty boy, as we've completely not put on, what's it called? Headers and footers, but you sort those, guys. So, here we go. Here we go. All of my tables have appropriate names. All of my queries have appropriate names. All of my forms and reports have appropriate names. Done. So there, appropriate and clear object names are used throughout, allowing it to be easily maintained by a third party. There you go. In 3 screenshots, I have justified myself being in the 4th mark band. Certainly for that bit there. Okay, so the database is logical. Oh, good God. Has a logical structure and fully enforces referential data integrity throughout. And there we go. There's my lovely picture of my relationships. It all works. Yeah? Again, within what would be 2 pieces of A4 and 1, 2, 3, 4 screenshots. Yeah? I've got that. Yeah? I could even, let's just go here. Yeah. That's interesting. We're going to come back to that. Okay, the database. Okay, so let's just scroll down, and then I've shown a form menu. Yeah, database user interface is clear, intuitive, consistently accurate, and allows users to easily use the database. We've got a form there, and then I've shown my next form. Yeah, and then I've shown my other forms, and then I've showed the design view of the forms, which of course shows the special bits like those lovely switch commands. And I've even been a lovely person and copied and pasted the switch, because really that's what the examiner's probably looking for there. I've then shown the breakdown of my reports. Here we go. Sorry, this is a query, not a report. You see the report in a moment. Query and report showing, yeah. So what I've done is I've shown the query broken down, I've shown the query working, and I've shown my report. Happy days. And I've continued to do that ad infinitum. Yeah, and you can see I've done that for all of those there. Okay, now here we go. The next bit, if you look here, is you just want to see tables including fields and properties. Okay, not a problem. So here I've shown my validation rules, and again I've looked at my mark scheme. Database uses accurate validation and checking procedures throughout, resulting in a robust system, minimises errors. So I'm getting 2 for 1 here. I'm not only showing my validation rule and saying what it does, but I'm also showing my TBL cleaner. Yeah, and here's another validation rule. I'm showing again TBL says, but I'm showing the field names, I'm showing the data types, and then I'm showing in that bit the field properties. Yeah. And again, there we go, and then I'm showing them obviously working. Okay, could this section be improved? Yes, this section of mine could be improved. Okay, how would I improve it? I would make sure that there is a print screen of that. Yeah, just even on its own to say, here's my cleaner table. Yeah, yeah, there's a primary key. I would only really want to then show something, you know, which I've done with mine. You could just put a separate one in saying here's my table and just a nice little cut down showing what would be. I'll just format that out. Format the rubbish out. Well, I would literally just you could take it to there and then make it a wee bit bigger and say, you know, here's my table sort of style. But it's there. Yeah, you can show it's there. Okay. Now, if you've hit all of these, if you can show all of these things working and that are there, happy days. Yeah. The last bit is this: the database is fully functional, meets criteria of needs. Now, if you've looked through it and it works, and you've evidenced all your forms, all your reports, all your queries, all your validation rules, bang, 16 to 20 marks. Right. Now it's a big 20-mark section, and the big sections are always a wee bit more daunting. Even if you don't get everything in your database absolutely working, so you might struggle to say with one of the queries, but you still hit these bits, which arguably, so long as you made a decent database and evidence, that they're easy to get. They're super easy to get. But even if you absolutely stuff one query and it doesn't work, or you just cannot get that one query to work, yeah? Database is functional and meets most of the given criteria with minimal errors. You're still going to get 10 marks. Okay, half marks, it's not what you want. But, you know, you've got time between the sessions. If you know what you're having difficulty with, you can go in your own time to the internet and find out what you need to do. Obviously, there are many, many ways you can get help, but that's one of them. And that's the only one I can think of at the moment. Going to the internet and going to help on the internet, because obviously we can't help you, and nor would we help you, because that would be wrong. Anyway, moving swiftly on, you'll get it. Queries aren't that difficult and you're all smart. But yeah, it's just evidencing things, and that's the bit that I certainly know that 4 of you aren't very good at. You know which 4 I'm looking at. But just stick the evidence in. Lots of print screens, and if you look at it, a lot of the time, the text that I'm putting in, yes, sometimes I'm writing it myself to explain what I'm showing, but a lot of the time it's just me going, yeah, I'll just have that off the exam syllabus bit, off the syllabus bit. Tired. Just it's getting it off the question paper. Yeah, dead easy. Copy paste, copy paste, copy paste. Okay. Again, this section is just all about you showing off the changes that you've made to, not the changes, this is just showing off the database you've made and saying this does this, this does this. Imagine, I mean, again, you've got to treat the examiner like an idiot. And basically what you're showing is what you do, what you've done, saying, okay, just because you can't look at my database, I'm now going to show you in painful detail what I've done. You guys can all do this. This isn't complicated. You know, you'll be fine. It's the bit that's probably going to, between the testing and the creation, yeah, these are the bits that are going to, you're going to have your 10 hours. And even when I did this myself, you're going to need the 10 hours. You're going to need to come in focused and ready to rock and roll. Okay? But anyway, that's Activity 5, building the database. I hope that's been helpful. I'm going to have a look probably at evaluation next. Actually, shall I just go for it? Yeah, I'm just going to go for it. Oh, yeah, okay, we're just going to go for it. So let's talk evaluation. Yeah, you see, that's how we live here, right on the edge. We'll talk evaluation. Okay, here comes the Word document. As I say, you've got all these Word documents, so you can look at it. So evaluation, let's look at that. Let's look at that cheeky little mark scheme. Here it is. It's just hiding. So again, 12 marks up for grabs. Now, certainly for you guys that were in year 11 last year with me, your evaluations, it was, how to put it, it was like a Sony Walk. It was like a Walkman, and you're all too young for this, but it was like a Walkman that was running out of batteries, and it just got slower and slower and slower towards the end because you were running out of steam. Okay, come on, 12 marks. 12 marks up for grabs, and 12 super easy marks to grab. Accurate and detailed understanding and relevant technical concepts shown throughout. So long as you've actually done a decent piece of work throughout, yeah, I can just go, well, look, this database works, it's produced some nice evidence, yeah, it's accurate, it's detailed, and they understand what they're doing, they're using the correct technical terms. Happy days. Yeah, I can give you that. But even if it's mostly accurate and detailed, it's dead easy to get you under band 3. But band 4, and that, come on, we all know we're heading for band 4 across the board. So the next thing we're looking at is a valid and supported justification of changes made during development and the testing process. Again, let's go back, because this data structure that you originally given is part of the work. And if you look here, I've actually talked to, it's right at the bottom, isn't it? Yeah, it's right at the bottom. Yeah, hey, here we go. I'll change. Yeah, I've gone, changes made during the database test. Yeah, during the development process, I changed the field names in the supervisor table from supervisor name, which was the supervisor's first name and surname, together with, I changed it all. It wasn't atomic. I explained why. Again, I used technical terminology. By altering the data structure, it's now atomic, and the database now conforms to third normal form. Huzzah! Also, supervisor ID was spelled incorrectly. I sorted this out. Naughty exam board, sloppy. Please ensure you spell check more assiduously. You are not setting it. I've never spelled anything incorrectly in my life in the classroom. And anybody that says otherwise, yeah, but that is making a change. Yeah. Okay. Easy. Yeah, I've even gone on to say the original data set I was given was a bit of a mess. I normalised the data to make sure that it was created in third normal form. Bang, bang, print screen, done. Does it work? Well, yeah, my testing says it works. Yeah, everything seems to go. I've even said, well, I could maybe improve, something in the future. There, again, read my document. Okay, makes links between aspects of the solution and requirements of the scenario throughout. And that's the first bit of my evaluation, where I've gone and I've literally, again, I've used this document, and you'll see I've just copied and pasted stuff and said, yeah, I've done this, yeah, I've done this, and I've almost used this like a tick sheet here. Yeah, again, read it through against the assessment material versus my activity 6, and you'll see what I've done. That looks a bit messy. Oh no, it's all there. But you'll see again. Is it super neat? Yeah. Is it really obvious where everything is? Yeah. Why? Because imagine you're giving this to the examiner. Are they going to? Then the person that eventually gets this after I get it, and we've marked and moderated it in school, is going to be getting a best part of 300 of these land on his or her doorstep, and they don't know you. So you've got to make it all super obvious, because they're going to be teaching. They're going to be doing this after school, after they've done their 5 classes a day. And you need it to be super easy and go, look, I've done this here, I've done this here, I've done this here, I've done this here, I've done this here. There it is. That's what it says on the mark scheme. Give me the marks. You know, give me a nice big tick. Leave me alone. That's what you want. And that's what you've got. And then again, fluent, accurate technical vocabulary. Talk about fields. Talk about field names. You're talking about validation rule. If every one of you at some point in that coursework need to be talking about atomic values, you need to be talking about normalization, that you've done it. Yeah? This is why my database is easy to use, because I made a form with buttons, with macros on the buttons. My database has been normalized to the 3rd normal form. All the field values are atomic. I have used validation rules to ensure that the user hopefully makes as few input errors as possible. That sort of thing. Using the language properly. I think I'm going to need to take a rest now. But again, read what I've done through. Again, you're probably looking at about an hour and a half to do this section. But again, everything that you do here is again showing evidence. Every print screen that you do shows evidence that I can bring in towards activity 5, I guess, because you're showing that you're doing it. But anyway, I'm going to call this video here, mainly because I am starting to rant and ramble. Cool. Yes, the most observant of you will notice that I've not yet talked about activity 3, which is design. I'll stick a video up for that probably tomorrow, Sunday. And I might do a video about queries. You know what, I'm going to stop because I am now rambling. Okay, gang, thanks. Anything else you want, again, you know me, just reach out. We'll sort it. Okay, cheers. Bye.